To help my 8th grade social studies students review for their economics unit test, I put together a business simulation game. I had noticed that my students were having a hard time visualizing some of these concepts, and that perhaps they did understand what they meant, but just reading them from the book, they were having a hard time actually envisioning what this looked like in the real world. So by creating this business simulation, I hope to give them some more real-world examples so that they could see what these terms look like when they were put into effect. My class was divided into 2 teams, and each of these teams worked together to make decisions, working through our slideshow, kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure game. In this part, marketing, I tried to make the content as relevant to them as possible, and had a fun little touch by adding some real-world situations and things that were currently going on. I had each of the teams pick a number between 1 and 10, and then based on criteria that I had decided, whether it was if it was numbers 1 through 5 were A, or if it was odd numbers were A, the students got either option A or B based on which number they chose. For option A, our situation then said that the product that their business was creating was featured in the latest meme, and it was blowing up. So the students knew then that their sales were going to go up because people were going to want to buy this product based on it being in this latest meme. They then had to decide what they wanted the retail value of their product to be, and also each of these retail values was associated with their cost of production. So they also had to keep this in mind to make sure that they were making enough money and that they weren't spending as much. Each of these things also determined how successful they were. So for one example, I then had them pick another scenario, a number 1 through 10. If they had chosen option A, they would get the answer that memes come and go quickly. It doesn't take long before something else went viral and your product's fame was a thing of the past. And they didn't sell as many units as they did in other situations based on this. And this was something that they could easily relate to because, of course, a lot of my students as 8th graders follow the latest memes. They recognize that these are things that come and go quickly. The internet moves on to the next meme pretty easily, and just whatever is popular doesn't stay popular for very long. Now, if they had gotten option B for this, their product was a big success. Everyone wants to buy it right now, so they had an easy time selling more than ever before, and they sold way more units in this scenario. Again, this was a random chance scenario. My teams a lot of times pick the same options, so I tried to make there be 2 different routes wherever I could so that they didn't have the exact same storyline throughout the whole game. Now, alright, so and then in option B, their other scenario for Marketing 101. In this case, I took something kind of similar to what was going on with Nike at the time. So in this scenario, it says, another company making a similar product to yours recently came out with an advertising campaign starring a controversial celebrity. People are now threatening to boycott this company and buy from other companies selling the same product instead. You expect your sales to go up because of this. Let's plan ahead. So in this scenario, their company wasn't exactly the Nike in the situation. They were more of the Adidas, for example, where they were a rival company making a similar product, and their rival was going through the scandal based on their campaign, kind of simulating, again, what it might have been like for Adidas with all people saying that they were going to be boycotting Nike. And I chose this because this was something that I knew the students would understand, that they'd be able to get the reference, since a lot of them are really into Nike, of course. As students in Oregon, since Nike is based here, there's a lot of parents that might work for Nike, a lot of connection to Nike, and just kids are interested in Nike. I had a student at another school here in Oregon that was planning a Nike-themed quinceañera for herself. So I thought the kids would be really excited to see this Nike reference in our game.